Pennsylvania emergency room negligence lawyers. When people walk into an emergency room, they place their lives in the hands of medical professionals. In those moments of crisis, we expect accurate diagnoses, timely treatment, and attentive care. But when those standards are not met, the outcomes can be tragic. Emergency room negligence doesn't just cause harm, it leaves families facing grief, questions, and often permanent loss. Understanding your legal rights and options is essential if you or a loved one has suffered due to negligent care in a Pennsylvania ER. At Luxenberg Garbett Kelly and George PC, legal advocacy isn't just about compensation, it's about accountability. If you've been affected by substandard emergency care, you may be entitled to pursue justice under Pennsylvania law. The law and emergency room negligence in Pennsylvania. Emergency room negligence is a form of medical malpractice, but it's uniquely complex because of the urgent conditions under which care is delivered. Even in chaotic ER environments, Pennsylvania law requires healthcare professionals to meet an accepted standard of care. If a physician or nurse fails to provide the level of attention and skill expected of a reasonably competent peer, and that failure results in harm, the patient has legal grounds for action. Victims have the right to pursue compensation for medical expenses, loss of income, and pain and suffering. To establish a valid claim, 4 elements must be proven. A doctor-patient relationship existed, the duty of care was breached, the breach caused harm, and that harm led to actual damages. It's critical to act quickly. Pennsylvania's statute of limitations for filing a claim is generally 2 years from the date of the incident or when the injury was discovered. For minors, the window extends to 2 years past their 18th birthday. How emergency room negligence happens. Emergency room negligence arises when medical professionals fail to meet the standard of care, leading to avoidable harm. These failures can include delayed diagnoses, improper treatments, and procedural errors. Even though ERs operate in high-pressure situations, mistakes like misdiagnosing a heart attack or discharging a patient with undiagnosed meningitis are preventable and potentially fatal. Negligence can take many forms. Failing to order critical tests, misinterpreting symptoms, or not consulting with necessary professionals all fall under this umbrella. When staff members overlook key signs or act too quickly without proper evaluation, the results can be devastating. From medication errors to surgical mistakes, each of these actions can significantly worsen a patient's outcome. What is emergency room negligence? Emergency room negligence is defined as a breach of the duty of care by healthcare providers in an ER setting that leads to patient harm. It's not about unavoidable complications. Rather, it's about preventable errors, missed diagnoses, ignored symptoms, or incorrect medications that occur despite clear medical guidelines. Unlike other malpractice cases, emergency room claims must prove that medical decisions were unreasonable even within the high-stress context of the ER. The focus is on what should have been done and how the oversight caused serious consequences. When a triage nurse ignores telltale symptoms, or a physician fails to order essential lab work, the law holds them accountable. Likewise, if a patient is prematurely discharged despite alarming symptoms, or if a wrong procedure is performed, those failures can meet the legal threshold for negligence. A path to accountability. The law firm of Luxenberg Garbett Kelly and George PC is committed to holding negligent parties accountable for the pain they've caused. Every attorney on their team understands the complexity of ER negligence and the human cost behind every case. If you've suffered due to negligent emergency care, don't wait to learn your options. Get the support and guidance you need today. Contact Luxenberg Garbett Kelly and George PC at 724-658-8535 or visit their office at 315 North Mercer Street, New Castle, Pennsylvania, 16101, United States.